understand the nature of the mind, we really understand us. And when the nature of the mind runs us, then it's something that runs us. Then it's something we can train. So we can guide and direct this life force energy the way we want it to unfold. So your life force energy, your chi, is your life. It's the same thing that I like to say is the mind leads the chi. So the mind leads your chi, then your mind is guiding your life. So if you can get control of that and guide that energy of your mind, then and bring it into ways you want to unfold in your life, it's so powerful and impactful in your own life. So we're going to see that the mind really has a mind of its own. Our thoughts kind of just bubble up to the surface. They're just many of them all day long. We don't choose even sometimes. What happens? They just come. And this is what is referred to as monkey mind. Thoughts just come. In fact, just like a monkey, the mind, the thoughts just drop and jump from branch to branch to branch. Very frantic sometimes, right? But you can choose the thoughts you have, what branch you drop on, if you will. It's like breathing. I can tell you right now to, just like breathing, take a deep breath. We have control over that aspect, right, of our physiology. But most of the things we don't have control over. Like I told you, let's digest our dinner we had. No, I'm doing it, but I don't know I'm doing it. Can you slow down your heart rate? I don't know. You can try. If you're a skilled Buddhist monk, you maybe could. I mean, I tried during my medical thing, but I've been trying for 8 or 10 years now, but we can move our own mind. For example, I can say, think about what you had for breakfast today. All of a sudden, you just thought of your own mind. What'd you have for breakfast, right? Your mind goes back into the past. It's a great thing that we have. Our consciousness is very flexible. Human beings have this ability. I don't think animals do that, right? They may remember things, but like, for example, I could say, what are you going to have for breakfast tomorrow now? So, think of something different that you're going to have for dinner. For breakfast tomorrow, right? So your mind can flexibly jump from one to the other, especially if they're suggested by someone, right? I just suggested, what are you having for breakfast tomorrow? Now you're thinking of switching it up. Our mind and thoughts have power, so much power. We only need to look at placebo to understand that. The thoughts in our mind have such powerful impact in our body. So if you believe something to be true, for example, if I gave you a sugar pill, no medicine in it, and you believed that it's going to lower your blood pressure, if you start taking it, really all of a sudden your blood pressure just drops. Maybe your digestion, it's a digestion pill. The more convincing to your mind, the more powerful that impact is on your own body. So mind over matter really is true. So placebo is one of the most powerful things that we can do to understand this practice in our life. So if we get, and it's one of the things I used in the beginning. So it helps our mind take the chi where we want it to go. So most of us don't use our mind. I'm actually writing about that a little bit right now, and I'm going to post something after that. But the mind tends to focus on the negative. That's how our programming works. It's designed. Our past, our ancestors helped us do that, to pay attention on what possibly might be dangerous, right? It's just being hardwired, our natural instincts, right? It's survival. So when we're in this survival mode, it is in stress. It's fight or flight. Now, your job is to determine, is my life being threatened right now, here, right now? Or is it an overreaction? Most of the time, in this modern day, our stress is an overreaction to this reaction to our life. So your job, your work is to get into this parasympathetic nervous system to reorient and reorganize your life force, to be your master of your own mind. So how do you do that? So meditation is really a great skill to have. So we sit down, meditate, close our eyes, look into our own consciousness, and there's many ways to meditate, many ways to exercise. Go for a run, go for a swim, do qigong. A lot of different ways. We could do soccer, go to the gym. But many different ways also to exercise your mind. So you need to find the way that works for you. But it's vitally important for you. It's just like exercise on our body, it's exercise in our mind. So if we're not meditating, our mind's going to get kind of unruly. Our life force then becomes unruly. Our Shen energy is dispersed. It doesn't come into our body. So life out there is hard. Just look at the news. I listen to it, but it doesn't bother me, right? It's full of negativity, but I don't let it bother me. I know about it. I want to know about it, but I let it design in my own mind and I let it go. It lets me guide my energy in my mind's energy. So it's always a stream. So your mind is going to have one thought and stream to the next. So one thought can have a really big impact, the next not so, and you'll just let it go here and there. And they each can have a trigger on our physiology. So the big influence you have to identify is what expression is it having in you. So people that are high stress are going to have more physiological issues, more tension, tightness, pain, headaches, digestive issues, physiological expression of the stress, right? And this is the primary cause then of disease if we let this cascade, let these move from thought to emotion to physiology. And so if we learn the nature of our mind, we can learn to work with nature of life ourselves. This life force energy, our qi and gong, to work with our energy. Qi is life force and gong is to work with. And it's working with your mind, of your life of your mind, the life of your body, and of your spirit. There's not three separate energies. It's one energy manifesting in different forms. Sometimes you feel your body. Sometimes you feel the energy of your mind. Sometimes you feel this spiritual energy. Sometimes when you change your mind, it could have an impact on your body. Just like I told you, I convinced you of something, you dropped right into it, and you were convinced. But what we want our body to do is create this lovely vibrancy, this difference manifestation that water can do, from ice to water to steam. It's all the same thing. It's all water, right? But they all can change and go from one to the other. So just like that, your body can change into emotion, into the body. So as we work with one, the others kind of are impacted. So just like water, we're 70% water. And one of the good things psychologists tell us is how to move emotional energy is through exercise, right? Science is really saying that now. And, today they just approved the GLP-1 for everyone to take. So I think everyone is going to be wanting to move their body more, whether they're taking GLP-1 or not. You can actually get to this point without GLP-1. You don't need that. Your body has natural GLP-1. And as we age, it's released, and you need to shift that back to get your immune system stronger and happier in your life choices in your body. That's how this GLP-1 increases in as you age rather than depletes. So you don't want baseline normal. You want this increase, right? You don't want to be depressed. You don't want your body to just... So you want your immune system to be boosted, to grab this frequency, if you will. Notice when you're emotionally stressed out. What's the quality of your thoughts? Very obsessive, focusing on one thing, mostly negative, right? So we can become the master of our mind. We only use a portion of that mind, and it's that negative portion I was just telling you about. And it takes that gong that I'm telling you about to work with that. We're hardwired for that. And if you don't do anything, the mind's just going to tend to that negative all day, all long. You're never going to come to this lovely resiliency and say, oh, well, because the mind pays attention. So our job is to work with our mind, to understand the nature of it, and use it to lead us into healthy, happy, and fulfilled expressions of our chi, right? Nobody gets up in the morning and says, oh, I want to be sad and stressed all day. I don't want to have any energy. I want to be depressed. I want to have erratic thoughts all day. Nobody does that, right? But that's what does show up. Society guides us for that path if we don't guide it ourselves. So what we want to do is Qigong that helps us to move that meditation into movement through that process. And so through that, we do this lovely Qigong practice that you want to feel good in your mind and in your body. So grab a mat, find a spot, get comfortable. This energy I'm talking about, we're going to move into a little bit. First move our body and then move a little more meditatively, right? We're going to first warm it up a tiny and then do some meditation. So get ready, get into place, have a area where you feel comfortable, where you feel you can get into this meditative energy, right? And so we're just going to do a tiny bit of warm up. So what ends up happening with our emotional body is we move a lot of our lung chi, and it's held within here, our heart and our body and our brain. So the chi in our blood moves kind of through our bloodstream. It's not our blood, it's not our breath, but chi manifests in our body, and our feelings move. And what's the quality of that chi, right? So you want to feel, where is that quality? Where do you feel in your body? And our lung chi can hold a lot of that energy, right? So you can kind of say, oh, my neck hurts here, this hurts there. That's basically a good indicator, a good diagnostic tool of where is chi flowing in our body? Where is the life force not flowing? So, but in the same thing, you can look at your emotions then and say, how do I feel? Oh, I feel sad. Oh, I've been depressed today. Things didn't go the way I wanted to at work. Or maybe they did. Things can be challenging and difficult, and our emotions and mind move that energy. If we have negative thoughts, the chi of the body moves one way. If we have positive thoughts, the chi moves in a different way. So when we come to our center, we get to be in this pure field of chi, not negative, not positive. It's just what is. So in Wu Chi, it's in this beyond duality. It's beyond possibility. There's potential. There's potential for positive, potential for negative. And before the positive and negative, there was potential. Something had to birth that positive and negative, right? So we're always going to have those positive and negative things in our life, but we want to move those things. So we want to keep those positive things a bit and learn to move the negative things a little bit. So it's really easy for us because typically we recall things in the negative mode. We hang on to the negative. So that's easier for you to recall, oh, you did this to me and you did that to me, rather than, oh, thanks for that and thanks for this, because we just take it for granted. It's this physiological thing in our body that we do. So let's put our hands over our lower dantian. Our chi entered from our umbilical cord right here. It starts right here at our center. Our mother gave us this original chi, our prenatal chi. And when we come here, we come back to our center, to our pure essence. So put your hands, your webbing of your hands, and your index finger into your belly. Nice, knees bent. And put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. That helps your breath go into your body and focus on your belly. And when you focus on your belly, your mind becomes relaxed. It becomes more centered and spacious. Less thoughts right after the other. It makes more space. When you breathe here, it's really a good way to start meditation. You could do this before you go to bed at night even. Hands on the belly. And just try to make your breath deeper and slower. Good way to relax at night before bed. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, that helps the breath. Nice, slow, deep breathing into your belly. And where the breath goes, chi follows. And where the mind goes, chi follows. So think of it, the movement. So I want you to I don't want to visualize anything. Just think of this energy in your lower dantian. When there's lots of chi here, we feel more energy. So we feel more energized. So think of this internal energy is growing. As you breathe in, you're expanding this chi. You're feeling it expand in your body. You're not caved in here. Your body is not caved in here. Your body is standing tall. And now what I'd like you to do, turn your palms face up. And now I want you to touch your thumbs. This is monk holding the pearl. And this hand is going to be under your hands. So thumb, finger. So I want you like this, get together. So this is monk holding the pearl. So we're just going to start our first movement. And we're going to take our head to the left and our hands to the right. So turn from one way of your head and neck. And Qigong does that. It helps in a gentle, relaxed way to release tension and tightness. Hands go left, hands turn right. Excuse me, the other way. I'm your mirror image. Hands turn right, heads turn left. And you're going to find as you're doing this, your range of motion is increasing. So now let's move it a little bit more like we're rocking a baby. Move that energy back and forth. I don't want your shoulders way up here. I want your shoulders down here, just like you're calm rocking a baby. Now, feel how that's moving the joints in your upper back and neck. You're releasing into your shoulder blades. between your shoulder blades. You're unwinding tension, releasing, letting go. Just like you're rocking that nice little baby. You got control of that baby. Very good. Couple more times, knees straight ahead, feet straight ahead, tongue on the roof of the mouth, and breathe. No focus on breathing, just focus maybe on your upper back and feel where your breath is going. Now, as you're turning, you're probably expanding your range of motion. And now notice how you're feeling into this action in your body. You're doing something in and through your mind. So you're giving attention to your body, right? And that just in this movement, your body's responding by being in the moment. So come back to the center. So from the center, we're going to be moving the arms in a circle. Same kind of thing. Our hips are going to go one way and our hands are going to one way. Hands go one way, the hips go the other way in a big circle. And we're just going to come back to center and we're just going to nice circle. Nice left-right movement here. All right. Now come back to center and let's go the other way. And put it in your mind. Feel this action in your mind. All right. Come back to center. And now we're going to do that same one, just like the swimming dragon we do. We're just going to go move it back and forth. And our hips are going to go back and forth, just like in a little faster motion. Hips are going to go one way, head's going to go the other, just in a little like in there. We do this when it's called swimming dragon, but this is in a different fashion. So hands go one way, hips and head go the other way. And just breathe normally. And you're twisting from the center, releasing from the center. Go slow or as fast as you'd like. Feel this energy and tension moving. Now we're working the brain and the body. So we're connecting it as we're turning and going the opposite way. We have to actually look one way and our hands do the other thing. So that really does this thing with our head and neck. Now, I just noticed myself, I went that way. I don't want your knees over here. I want your knees planted straight ahead as you twist. And you can tend to do that. As you relax, you're just going to do that, right? Oh, let's do the twist, right? But I really don't want you to do that because that's going to hurt your knee, right? You guys look great, though, by the way, I have to say. So keep doing that movement, right? Twisting one way, looking back the other way. And just see that line of tension opening. All right, and now let's come back to center. And now let's circle. I always like to do the same thing a couple times. Hands go one way, hips go the other, and swirl it around. Nice deep breath as you bring it in here. Just breathe natural and nice deep breathing though. As you are breathing natural and swirling this energy. Very good. Keep breathing. Let's go the other way. When we do the Qigong practice, we're stretching muscles, we're activating, we're warming things up. But in this way, we're doing it in a very slow, meditative way. than we do in our normal morning warm-up. I typically don't do this one. It's more meditative because we're connecting our thumb and forefingers, right? So now I want you, as you come back to the center here, I want you to come a little smaller as you come back to center. Small deep breaths here as you come back to center. Bring your hands down. Now feel into your body. All right. Now we're going to do a little variation of spinal cord breathing. This is another meditative one. It's called monk breathing. So we're going to lift up. We're going to come up. We're going to round the back. But this time we're going to come back to monk holding the pearl. And we're going to squeeze our buttocks, tuck your tailbone under, right? Nice straight back, tuck, tuck, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. As hard as you can, chin to the chest. And squeeze your hand and arm. I want you to squeeze your abdominal muscles. Everything gets squeezed to the center. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then everything softens and relaxes. Lift up, open and relax, and then round your back, tailbone tucks under. Squeeze those muscles into that monk holds the pearls. Squeeze, squeeze, like you're trying to squeeze your energy into a little pearl, into your navel. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then inhale, everything relaxes. Everything floats and your body just floats up. And then round your back, squeeze your buttocks together, squeeze your abdominal muscles. Squeeze towards your center. Your arms get squeezed. Feel that squeezing a little bit more. And then everything soft, everything just soften. Feel that expansion. Lift it up. And then round your back. You're condensing this chi. Stick your bum out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Your buttocks and abdomen, squeeze them out. A little bit harder. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Towards your center. Nice deep breath and squeeze. Now a rebound effect happens when you relax. It's just, you feel this effortless opening. And then round your back. Let's try it again. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Nice compressed of that pearl. And then relax, let it go. Your arms just float up. This expansion occurs. Nice slow inhale and then a exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale and squeeze. Squeeze it into that nice lower dantian. Push that buttocks out. Squeeze them as hard as you can. And then very softly let your hands float up. You almost don't have to do anything with this expansion. Look up, put your knees down. We're accentuating this yin-yang energy that's just consolidated into one focal point in our belly. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then everything expands and floats up. Feel your spine move up. Exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Into this nice point. Squeeze a little bit more. You know what to do now. And now inhale, relax, and let it soften and rise. I taught my students today about bones up and flesh down, and this really helps to get that focused energy and then that expansive energy that we want our bones to just open up, everything expand. All right, let's relax. All right, I gave a tiny tidbit of my class today, which is really good. All right. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to knock on the door of life, but this time very gently and softly. We're going to come back to our center with it. We're going to float our hands up, and then we're going to knock right here. So a little different than knocking on the door of life, but we're going to float with our hands up here and knock and come back down. Knock. Right arm forward. So This variation's a little bit more focused on our door of life and more of onto our sea of chi. The sea of chi is on our front and the door of life is at our back. And this is a nice variation to help. If you have sensitivity here, just nice and light. You can do it strong and then start getting your hips involved. You can hit yourself a little harder if you'd like, or a little softer. So I was exaggerating when I had your hands come out, but I was trying to show you exactly how you kind of want to do a tiny little exaggeration, not a lot, because you're still twisting the waist. Soft shoulders. Nice, even breathing. A little more concentrated into our lower dantian. And turn that hips. Now just slow it down a little bit. Let your arms flop till they stop. All right, let's put our hands on our belly. Now feel this connection between our navel and our door of life. There's this energetic connection. Our prenatal chi actually lives 3 inches in between that point, right? And it's right inside of our belly. And when our body and mind is here, it goes into pure awareness. So put your body and awareness right here. So get here. And then from here, we're going to do a little waterways. Often the mind in Chinese medicine, it was considered to be a lake. And it was kind of like, if you want to consider it like when the mind picked up, the wind on the lake would be more wavy. And so what we want is more stillness to this water, and we want that water to be more reflective and not wavy. We want the mind of pure awareness to be reflective, like a clean mountain lake. So palms are face down, and you're smoothing out the ripples of your lake all around you, front, sides, behind you. You're calming the energy of your mind, the ripples that exist within you. Now breathe slow through your nose and bring your awareness into your body. Now feel the air moving through your fingers. Now feel the difference between air and the lightness of the air, maybe, and the softness of it, and the floor, and the hardness of the floor. Be aware of that in your mind. And so your mind's attention just went to 2 different places. I just guided it to your hands and feet. And now, remember, I said you could pay attention to the inside of your body like that. So I want you to pay attention, put your mind right into your hips and your sacrum, your lower back. Now swirl that energy in that hips and lower back. This is where we initiate this movement from, is our hips. But what then I want you to do from there, where we initiate it, I want you to move it up your spine, your thoracic spine. Feel that action as it's moving up your shoulders. And so we talked about attention and intention. And so the attention is to loosen your joints, remove that tightness in our body. Intention's information. So we're giving our information to this movement, telling it, remove that tension and tightness. Often the information that gives you is to be tight, to be tense. But this gives you the opposite. Move with flow, move with softness. It's going to feel really good in your body when you relax just a little bit more, move those shoulders down a little bit more. So glide your hands through this imaginary air, this form and formless in front of us. So see how intention and attention work together. And so information is the quality of our thoughts. clear mountain lake, smoothing that through, rippling it through. And the intention is to change that flow, connect that awareness. See the lake calming down in front of you, the energy moving. Take a slow, deep breath as you're moving that energy. All right, now come back to the center. Let's have your hand to the sides. Now, we just used our body to guide our chi. We moved that energy into our intention, and it gave our energy of our mind information. Your intention was on those thoughts. You weren't paying attention to other things. You were paying attention to your fingers moving through that lake. So we were working with intention and attention with the movement and breathing. All right, let's hold that chi ball. Hands go back and forth. Feel that energy you moved, that energy you created, that magnetism. All right, we're going to step out a little wider. We're going to move the body like a river. So from that mountain lake, the water just started flowing down the mountain like a river. And so the river's going to wind down the mountain. And so what I'd like you to do is hip first, and then your chest, and then head. Hips, chest, head. And look down at the ground, and you're just going to look at the ground in this nice lateral motion like a river. And the river flows over the boulders. It's so flowy now. It can go across the terrain of the land. Very effortless now as it's moving through your body. The river teaches us to move with flow and with power. Our body's capable of it. We have to remove the stagnation, and as we breathe into it, nice and deep, our body recognizes this energy and begins to unlock it within. Nice slow movement. Very good. Now go into the interior of your body. Feel where any tension and tightness might be. You may feel it radiating out of your spine. The intention of the movement is to release and improve mobility. So we want to get the chi flowing through our spine. And we're using our movement, and we're conditioning our legs. This imagery of the flow of the river. All right, so come to the center, bum out, slowly center and ground, and then gently drop your head, neck, shoulders down, hands down. Slowly come down to the ground. Just release your lower back. Take a nice deep breath into your hamstrings, quads, hips. Now bend your knees, roll up over the head. Here, twist your hands. Now feel this twist. Now we're going to do a little full body flow. Nice forward bend. Come forward very slowly. And then as you come down, scoop this energy from the earth and bring it back up the yellow cord. Bring it up here. Move that hand up. Push out. Exhale. And then inhale. Rolling up. Push those hips forward. Now push those hips forward here. Exhale. Inhale. Push those hips forward. Exhale, down and out. Inhale, roll up. Exhale down. When you come up, tongue in the roof of the mouth, that helps the breath. Just go a little bit deeper. Roll up. Reach up and back. Now stay here for a second and arms out to the side. Walk your feet in. Shake it out, guys. Oh, that was good. So stretching can be a really wonderful way to feel inside our body. So we're going to stretch our upper back, neck, and shoulders right now. So Wu Qi. So what's the intention of stretching? To make our body feel better. And so how do you do that? So one of the things is we don't overstretch. So gentle palms, especially in Qigong, we don't overstretch. We want to maintain this flexibility. So I want you to just lean your head over. Where is that perfect stretch? Right? Stretch your fingers a little bit more. But where is that? So find that place and now breathe into it. I don't want you to move it anywhere. I just want you to just imagine that warmth of that stretch. You're moving that tension and tightness. Now let's gently move our head back. Gently roll the head forward. Roll your head back. And roll your head forward. And back. Nice deep breathing. Just go to where that stretch limit was of yours. Chin to the chest here. Now let's go to the other side. Now, same thing. Now, just feel where that is. Put your mind into the muscle. Tell your muscle, hey, it's okay. You can let go of that tension. We often carry so much emotional tension in our neck. You don't have to hold it anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Just find that spot. It's easy, actually, if you just say, yeah, I don't need it anymore, let go. Honestly, I say fuck it. So, sorry. So, but just talk to your body like it's a good friend. Sometimes when you say fuck it, that's a release, right? You know, talk to your body like it's a good friend. If a good friend or your child came to you and needed help, you'd tell them what to do, right? Nice and easy. So same thing. Nice, gentle rolling back of your head now along that scapular. Qigong is the feel-good exercise. There's a saying in Qigong, no pain, no pain. So if it hurts, don't do it. You can get benefit without pain. You don't need no pain, no gain. It's always no pain, no pain. This really, bring back to center here now. This really helps our body to ground and hold this energy, this balance that we've created. It's kind of the sunset of exercise, if you will. A lot of seniors do it, but we move with relaxation. You don't need to be so, you don't need to push yourself. You can get into flow state. We just know right away. We don't need to practice so hard to get to flow state. We just right away get there. All right. We're going to do a nice little flow now. So we're going to do the sunset over the mountain lake since we're doing the evening. And here's the mountain lake. So feel like you're smoothing out the ripple. This hand, your left hand's going to be down. And you're going to just shift the weight. And this hand is going to come back out as we shift the weight around. In this like nice swirly, spirally kind of circular 8 figure. You're shifting the weight from side to side, shoulders down, and we're smoothing out those ripples again. So you're shifting here, hand comes across. So you're going to do my mirror image. So I may be doing it the opposite of you. If I say right, I may be doing left. So it might be your mirror image. So smooth out the ripples of that mind. So this hand moves up, this one moves down. So just like they're gliding on the surface of the water, and then your shoulders relax a little bit as this one realizes, oh, I'm coming up here. And then move it across. The 70-30 weight shift. So our water represents the subconscious nature of our mind. And this stream of consciousness is always flowing. We're calming it down. We're placing that stream into what we're doing right now in the moment. We're feeling this way this weight shifts left and right. You can feel the air move through your fingers. It's kind of like this dance back and forth, really. I almost went into it a tiny bit. You can close your eyes. So feel into it. Feel the air in your fingers, the floor under your feet. Your mind's in the here and now. If you're imagining your hands kind of gliding through water, we're working with intention. That's not really in the present moment. But here and now is attention. So now we're going to do moon over the lake, and moon is happening right now. So we're going to go like this, and the moon is going to come, and we're going to look at it, and we're going to push out. This hand is going to push out, and then we're going to come across and bring that energy over and start the movement again. So now we're going to go to the other side. Put your hand down, scoop that energy up, grab that energy, and push through. This hand's down, push through. And then we start again and start smoothing it out again. And into that moonrise. Here, scoop that moon energy up. Push through with your hand over to the side. And then bring that over and then go back into the lake. Now, can you imagine the moon glistening and shimmering across this lake, the reflection that it has? And now let's come back over here, greet that moon, bring it up, bring that energy up, move your energy into that. And then hand goes through, and then feel that reflective energy. That moon reflected into the water. Water and the moon are blending together. Very nice. Now over to this right side. Scoop that energy up. Greet that moon. Push that energy out into the moon. Feel that energy and then come and reflect that energy into the water. This weight shifting back and forth. Next time, we're going to come over here and feel that energy, scoop it up, and then push it out, and then scoop it around. That lovely moon energy. All right, come over here, scoop it up, bring it in, push it down, push it out, and then back and forth, push that energy through the body. Seeing the lovely ripples across that lake on the moon. All right, a couple more times, scoop up with that hand. See that change that can happen and push through. This motion helps to calm our mind. And the second part here connects to the energy all around us. Push it out. And you're gathering that moonlight, just like the water gathers it, just like it gathers that beautiful glow, so calm across the lake, that moon glow. All right, one more time here. Let's scoop up, come down, push, and then come back to the center. Bring your feet a little closer together. Let's hold the chi ball. Feel that pulsing of that energy you created. Your warmer buzzing and tingling could be happening. Now put your attention, your mind on the feeling of chi. How does it feel? Can you feel it? What does it feel like to you? Put your mind, if you can, on the sensation. Energy's happening in the present moment, always, always in the present moment. Just like your breath, it's always here, always now. Now that we've activated it, you can feel it here now. And once you activate something, you can put attention on it. And then when you put attention on it, it grows. So now just put your hands just real close together, actually. I want you to use your mind to see if your chi grows stronger. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. What would it feel like if the energy was twice as strong in your hands? If it was twice as strong right now. Now feel it. Did it get stronger? It may. How did you do that? Your mind just moved the chi. What would it feel like if the energy got stronger? Turn up the power. You can. Now bring your hands down to the sides. Feel that energy. Your fingers may twitch. Now, say to your hands, what would it feel like if the energy got twice as strong? Twice as strong in my hands. Tell your hands to do that. Oh my. Mine feel like a big bubble. Like the Pillsbury Doughboy. This energy just pulsing out from them. That's the mind leading the chi. It's the mind making things stronger. It's very powerful. And as soon as you ask a good question, your mind wants an answer through an experience, right? What would it feel like? So your mind showed you, right? Now use that same question to guide the energy of your mind. What would it feel like if I went through the day with a lot of energy? What would it feel like if I had a wonderful day? Your mind's going to try to find ways in order to make that happen for you. So it's really a good mind question to ask in the morning, not right now. You could ask this in the evening. What's a good way to make my energy calm enough for sleeping all night long? Right? So you're in control. The mind is going to show you always. Ask it powerful questions. It'll give you powerful answers. So let's come back to our palms, face here. Let's do a little spiraling. We're going to work with these three centers of energy. The upper, lower, and middle dantian, belly, ribs, chest, our body, our feelings, and our thoughts can all be integrated. So pebble in the pond. So bend your knees, and we're just going to hand out We're moving from the center, hips come here and their hands go this way. Nice spiraling motion. Little slower. And feel that earth energy under your feet. You're always connected to the earth. Gravity's holding you. It's always pulling and holding you in this spot. We don't have physical roots. We have this energetic roots. You don't see people floating away, do we? In their little energetic root holding them. No, we're constantly grounded. So feel that energy. Gather some of that earth energy. Actually, when someone's electrocuted, they fly right off the ground. So there you go. Get into this power you create and transform old into new. Now we're going to have our hands go up a little higher, up near our heart center. And then we're going to just twisting this energy swirls through our heart energy, swirling those emotions, transferring the emotions because we're present, we're open-hearted and at peace, moving that energy, moving that heart energy. Now let's flow a little higher. Earth energy rising and transforming our thoughts. So from negative thoughts that can drain our life into life-affirming positive thoughts. Just as you clear across your head, feel this energy moving. And this little gentle twist. And then float your hands all the way up to the universe, palms face towards each other, towards the universe above your head, the moon above your head at the moment if it's evening, because it's still big and bright. Energy and all the stars. We're using our imagination right now to connect above us. Millions and billions and trillions of stars above us. Lights. And we are light energy. And those energies mix with gravity. The stars mix with gravity. That's what holds them in place. So back in traditional Chinese medicine, they had earth qi and universe qi. Because we put a word to it doesn't mean we really know what it is, but who knows? Everything is mysterious, but we can connect and feel this mystery, this energy. Just be in awe of where we are in the universe, on the ground. Now start to come down. Now start to spiral and let that energy come into our mind and spiral around again by your head here, giving you divine wisdom. Let it just swirl through your mind. Come back here, swirling through this lovely pool of energy. It's ours to move and manipulate. Come down a little lower through our heart center. Let the universe bring more inspiration to our heart center. Nice, soft shoulders right by your heart. Swirl that energy through your heart. So we first did the earth energy up from the heart because it creates balance. But this is the way we infuse it with higher frequencies, by moving it first through the heart and then the universe. Come down to the belly. Bring that universal chi to our lower abdomen, into your body. create this energy and abundance in our lower dantian, where our energy resides. Nice, soft everything here. Slow it down. Now bring your hands down to your side. Now feel the energy in your body. Tingling, buzzing, life force is moving through you right now. How'd you do that? We did gong. We worked the energy. Only you can move your gong. You're at a higher vibrational frequency right now. Feels lighter. Now, what would it feel like if there was twice as much energy in our full body, everywhere in our feet, our torso, our shoulders, our head? What would it feel like? Turn the volume of energy up. Turn that volume up. Turn every cell vibration up. Feel it. You can do it. You're in charge of the cells even, and how they cooperate in your body. Good. All right, let's continue these 3 centers. This is a longer class. So we're going to have our hands come up, our hands come over, and both middle fingers are going to touch our navel, just like that. And then inhale, float our arms up, nice wide energy, taking all the energy of the earth. And now come together, exhale. And now you're sending the energy here to your navel. Touch right there. And then inhale. And then exhale. Whenever you touch the body, put your attention where the body is. So breathe out. Expand into this energy field, gather it, and then bring it back in. Energize your lower dantian. Inhale, reach into this field, this pure potential field that we have. Spaciousness, bring it in. You might, if your tongue's on the roof of your mouth, you may get some saliva coming here because you're moving your chi. Your body and breath are now all together, and you may feel different sensations now because of that. Nice light touch to your navel here. And now as you touch, feel the sensation of your fingers touching the body, energy going into your body, and then breathe. Now open again. This time we're going to touch the center of our chest. Fingers are going to touch right at our sternum, right at the center of our chest. Nice deep breathing here. Inhale and expand into the field, all this energy around us, and now bring it into your own personal field. It's available for you. Feel how it opens up your heart center. Expand, and then brings in this loving, compassion, kind energy that we're all capable of doing. Just remember, emotions are frequencies. It's energy that has information, and different sensations have different information for our body, right? What frequency do I want to bring in? You want to bring in inner peace. Bring that in. Bring that inner peace in. What would it feel like to have inner peace? Ask the question. Ask the question, the body and the mind will answer. What would it feel like to feel peace in my heart? Connect to the field all around us. What would it feel like to bring in a sense of joy? Tap the center of your chest and let the body and the mind answer the question. What would it feel like to have joy in my heart? Just repeat. Allow the energy to answer for you. Inhale, open. Now let's touch the middle fingers to the center of our forehead, right by our eyebrows, and then open. Connect to the field around us. And then we let the middle fingers touch our forehead. Let the energy flow into your mind and then expand. What would it feel like for my mind to be present in this moment? Touch, feel the minds of the moment. Feel the air moving through your fingers, your arms opening. Exhale, feel that light touch right by your third eye, right into there. Expand into the possibilities. Nice soft shoulders here. Kind of bring your hands down a bit and then expand. What would it feel like to have more divine wisdom? The universe may answer now. It may answer in a few days. Just hold the intention and let the universe to work through you. No force, just effortless ease. As your intention gives birth, pour in more wisdom. Expand that energy and allow. Now open your hands. Now I want your left hand to touch your forehead, but I want your left hand to touch your heart, or vice versa. And then open, and then reverse. Right hand touches heart, left hand touches our center of our head. And we're just going to go back and forth. We're going to link together our mind and our heart. Stay connected here. Positive thoughts, positive feelings. As we move back and forth, our heart and mind are connected. They listen to one another. They support each other. I think the heart's actually in control. The emperor. The heart likes to experience more joy, right? But the head wants to be responsible. Geez, there's rules and regulations. Now, if they connect and communicate, they can both help each other. Open up to all this potential here. Nice, clear thoughts. Powerful, positive emotions. Now, open up. Open, connect. And we just switched hands. Inhale. Connecting the mind and the body. And now we're going to move to our belly center. The mind is going to connect to the body. It's going to say nice things to the body, be connected to the body. Breathe into the body. Our mind is the biggest ally for the body, if you allow it. It wants to be connected. It's like has FOMO. That's a good one. It it gets stagnant when it doesn't. So that just tells you it has FOMO, right? All right. So left hand touches the heart, left hand touches the belly. So we're going to switch and have loving kindness from the heart, and then switch, touch the heart, touch the belly. Bring in, open up to the self-compassion that we have. It doesn't have to be intellectual. It could be energetic through our emotions. Just a simple intention. Open up to self. Come back to self. We don't do that enough. Can we be more kind and compassionate to ourselves? That's often the most difficult. Can we talk kindly to ourselves? That's the hardest thing. That's one of the most hardest spiritual works. Open that pathway of forgiveness to yourself. I don't even like to say forgiveness. You have nothing to forgive. Just let it go. The energy just got stuck. It didn't know, and now you know. Let it go. Oh, I like that one. All right. So let's take our hands up over the head. Let's connect to the universe, palms together. Now, what's so great about myself? Reach up to the universe and ask that question. The universe will tell you it took about 14 billion years to make you. You're a masterpiece in yourself. You're the finest creation we have. Now stand in that elegance, that truth. Let that energy move through you. It can only be yours. And it can only be asked upon. Your body's made and wants to shine like the stars. You're made out of the same energy as this moon, the lake. It's all there within you. Now let's bring it down. Hands face down to the earth. Knees soft. You are an extension of the earth. Feel that. Your energy and your roots are extended down into the earth. Just like that magnetism we were telling about, it goes down below into the earth and connects us to the earth through that magnetism and the root we have through our magnetic energy. All right, let's bring it all back to our center. Let's touch our hands. Monk holding the pearl. Let's feel that energy. Connect. You are that monk. You're that holy person. You're connected to the universe. You're connected to your center in only the way that you can be. And now your mind, your body, and your heart are in a line. Nice, slow inhale. Nice, slow exhale. All right, hands over your belly, walk it in a little bit, closer together. Still hands, monk holding the pearl. We returned on our journey. We're back to our center. We had a lot of different experiences, different movements. We moved our mind, we moved our body. But we are always connected to our center, to the experiences we have. And so the experience we have, they're always right here, right now, in your center. Ah, relax. Very good. Very good. Very nice practice. It's really good to go through these concepts and then the body experience. That's what I love about it, because we embody it through movement. Not only does it move the energy of the mind, it moves the energy of the body. And the energy of the body is the energy of the mind, and vice versa. So they're just like good friends. We link them together. The energy of these three centers are so very powerful. So we're going to do a little meditation right now. So get a chair, um, get a, however you get comfy, so you want to meditate, right? Get into your meditative state, however you want to do that, in a chair, um, yeah, anywhere that you feel comfy in that meditation, right? So get into position. We'll have a nice little meditation. All right. So we have to kind of bring it down to what I'm thinking about, what I'm feeling, and what I'm seeing, kind of bounce around. And what we want to do is to let our body grab those sensations, but feel them. So feel this clothes on your skin. And when you shift to this, when you shift to the clothes on your skin, your mind can only be here, nowhere else. So get comfortable. Now, with the interior of your body, and I want you to feel the bones of your ribs moving. Nice deep breath. Try to pay attention of what's going on inside as we're breathing. And just feel the upper back, the muscles in your shoulders. So work with intention. That's how our muscles soften and relax. Intention gives the information, and attention softens. It puts awareness there into a place. So just relax. Soften your jaw. Those are all intentions. But when you say those things, all of a sudden the body does it. Your mind's still in the moment. Now take your attention and send it back into your past. And I want you to send it back there and let your mind land on a few appreciations. Maybe appreciation of maybe an experience you had, someone else or you, anything that's appreciative. Send your mind there. Your mind is a quantum thing. It goes right there. It just went there right when I said it. It's not locked here. Bam, it's there. It's time traveling. That's what I love. Use this power to go back in your past and think of those grateful things. Why did you appreciate that moment that when I said it? What was that made you land it? Maybe it's a moment you were, who knows, but it was an appreciative one, so you went right to it. Go there. Maybe someone said something to you. So it's easier to do in more of a recent relative past. So maybe something in the last week or two, if someone gave you a nice little compliment, go back there. Nice, slow, deep breathing. If the mind goes back and finds something negative, just say, thanks, we're not doing that right now. Let it go. We're doing something else. I'm paying attention to the positive, grateful thing right now. So bring that back to the present moment. Now, feel the chair at your back, the clothes at your skin, your breath coming in and out of your nose. We've just gathered some gratitude, though. Now we have this lovely, sparkly gem of that gratitude in our energy field. Now, go ahead towards the future and think about a few things you're excited about. Something's inspiring you that you're looking forward to. Steer that attentive energy to that. We may call this a power visualization. Power of manifestation is what I say. I don't like to usually visualize it. I like to just think about it in a way where I'm over and over again. And you may notice as you're staring it, you're going to maybe have some sensations arise that guide that energy to that place you want it to be. If there's worries and concerns, just say, sorry, we're not doing that right now. I can't accept the murky water right now of the negativity of this. I'm just looking at the positive jewel energetically in front of me, right? So now come back to the present moment. Come back to what is. The present moment is always here for you to relax into. Always come into it. Always. Just feel your breath come into your nose. Feel your skin, your clothes on your skin. You're here now, nowhere else. Now, turn your attention onto itself. We went back into the past. We had thoughts about what we're grateful for. We went into the future and had those thoughts about what we're looking forward to, what we want to create. Now, when we look back into the past, those are all just experiences that we had. Now, turn your attention onto itself. So, who had those experiences? I. I experienced that beautiful sunrise. Who had that beautiful experience? Pure awareness. Yes, pure awareness. The only one that can view this awareness. It's a shift from the words on the whiteboard to the whiteboard itself. So it's just like infinite cosmic whiteboard we have, where we can turn that potential in potentiality into transformation. It's always with us, always been with us, and it will always be with you. When you say, I had a thought, and you curve back attention onto itself, we now understand and can feel the I. I had a feeling. I felt happy. Curve it back onto itself. Feel the I of that experience. Feel the thought. It's always going to change. The experiencer is always going to be there. It's the thing that's going to change. Curve back onto yourself. Create that thing over and over again. Back onto yourself. You are the artist, creating over and over again. this cosmic reality within you. Now just hold and sustain that curved attention back onto itself, to present moment. All right, hands over your belly center. Make a little circle here at your belly. Slowly open your eyes. Just slowly let the light filter in, but stay in that mindfulness state. Let no judgment come in. Just you're centered here. Notice what's in the room. Just for a moment, you're here. Nothing else exists. It's kind of like stepping back into yourself. You're always bringing back into the experience. So bring back the experiencer. It's not like we're so attached to the outcome. So attaching to an outcome means we're going to miss something else. That FOMO I was talking about. Life's always going to show up. Be loose, be relaxed, be that experiencer. Enjoy life, all of it. All right. So in that meditation, we found way different techniques, many different meditative techniques. So we brought meditation down to a little bit of its principles by using intent, attention, and awareness. So you can go deep in there. We kind of did a little bit of everything. So present moment awareness, and you start to feel your body. And then you turn into your senses. They're always in the now. The mind very rarely is, your mind needs to be connected. It's always wanting to daydream. It always wants to go. So you just want attention in the moment. What's here? What is right now? And then you go interior. Where's my bones? Where's my breath? My chi? You feel it. It's inside in the moment. And then we venture into the past. That's gratitude in that meditation. We ventured from the stability of the moment as a visualization moment to that future moment where we manifested so we could maybe shape energy. Now, this is a very mystical experience. So we turned our mind on to ourselves. Very alchemy experience that we do. All of its energy, and it's all aspects and qualities of our mind. They're all tools in your toolbox that we need to use to shape this energy around us the way we want it. It's very easy. I just showed you. We can take these mental principles and put them to movement and then embody those principles. So that helps to make it more stable within our body and more grounded. So I hope that you enjoyed this practice today. We had some meditation at the end. We learned a little bit about meditation and how this intention creates this attention that ends up creating this lovely awareness within our future, within the cosmic realm that we want to create. Some people talk about manifestation and you think, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm here right now and nothing's great happening. But if you just noticed what I just said, I'm right here right now and nothing's great's happening. Well, nothing's great's going to happen in the future either. Keep thinking that way. So as we use that gratitude meditation, we understood how we can let negativity seep in or we can allow positivity to seep in. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I had a really great class. I was wanting to teach this meditative class to all of you. So thanks for bearing with me, and I will be back at another date and time. Bye for now. Next Thursday for sure. Or join me on our morning warm-up every morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. We are here. All right. Bye for now.